recording. Let's get it. All right, awesome. So welcome to the Power Up and the Market Update. And if you guys can please give me a thumbs up. If you could see my screen, I'm going to go ahead and share it here shortly. Give me 1 second. So give me a thumbs up if you guys can see my screen, please. I just want to make sure that we are good to go. Wait, where did I can't even see you guys. Oh, yes, I can. I can see you guys. Okay, perfect. Awesome. So remember to bring your full attention to the Zoom. Eliminate distractions as much as possible. Thank you for the thumbs up. I appreciate you guys. Focus and stay with the conversations. Engage and drop insights, and understand that how you do anything is how you do everything. Everything we do is connected, guys. Everything we do, even the small stuff. The small things are actually what turn into the big things. But the small things, when ignored, right? And the small things, the small details become great things as well. So it could either work for us or against us. So dominate the shift. Let's dream, dare, and dominate. So to get the energy right in the Zoom room, you guys already know how we get this party started. I encourage everybody to unmute yourselves on the microphone. We're going to say affirmations out loud together as a community. And I encourage you guys to elevate your energy a little bit more than usual, just a little bit. I know you guys do great every single time you guys do your affirmations, but just do a little bit more this time. I want you to push yourself a little bit more, because this energy that you express here is going to directly connect to everything else you do throughout your day, in the phone conversations, in the open houses, when you're knocking on the doors, when you're following up, when you're, taking that call that you might not be so exciting. I want you guys to have that energy. Okay. So I'm going to ask you guys if you guys are ready, and I just want to hear you guys if you guys are ready. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
So like 2 of you guys are ready. Are you guys ready?
Yes.
All right. Awesome.
Yes.
So I'm gonna say 1, 2, 3, power up.
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 High energy equals high income.
High energy equals high income.
Every day and every week I'm getting better and better.
Every day and every week,
Better.
Every day and every week I'm getting stronger and stronger.
every day and every way,
I'm getting stronger.
Every day and every week I'm getting smarter and smarter.
every day and every way, I'm getting
smarter.
All I need is within me now.
All I need is
within me now.
I have perfect health.
I have perfect health.
I sign a new listing today.
I
Sign a new listing today.
I open a new escrow today.
I open a new escrow
today.
I was born to win.
I was born to win.
I will never surrender.
I will never surrender.
Always keep growing.
I will always keep growing.
I was born to be great.
I was
born to be great.
Today will be the best day of my life, no matter what.
Today will be the best
day of my life.
no matter what.
All right. Awesome. Thank you guys so much for playing full out. Appreciate you guys yelling like a crazy person like me. I've been doing this for over a decade, as you guys already know. But this makes the biggest difference when I jump on the phone and I talk to somebody. Because remember this, guys and gals, he or she who is more confident in the conversation will usually persuade the other. So when you're trying to communicate with people on the phone, if your energy is higher than the other person on the other side, I guarantee you, you will influence them and you will inspire them to make moves. If your energy is low, they probably are going to doubt what you're saying. So you really, truly got to believe what you're saying. So let's flood the chat with gratitude. I want to hear at least one thing, right? One thing that you can be grateful for today, at least one thing. I know I'm grateful that I woke up. I'm grateful that I have fresh air to breathe. I'm grateful for the warm shower that I took this morning. And then I did cold at the end, because I'm crazy like that. I'm grateful for my water that I get to drink. I'm so grateful for the roof over my head. I'm so grateful for this community. I'm so grateful for each and every single one of you. I'm so grateful for my health. I'm so grateful for my family. I'm so grateful for my finances. I'm so grateful for technology. Because, without technology, I wouldn't be able to hang out with a lot of you guys. Everybody's everywhere, right? I'm so grateful to be alive. So keep flooding that chat with gratitude, because gratitude is an abundance multiplier. Whatever you are grateful for, you will get more of, right? And even if you think I don't got nothing to be grateful for, you got a lot to be grateful for. You woke up this morning, you got a lot to be grateful for. Now, I want you guys to use your imagination. Your imagination is a rehearsal of your future. It's a preview for your future. So I want you to visualize yourself 12 months from now. You know, all the dust has settled. This August 17th is way behind us now. And now you're out there making things happen. And I want you to pay attention to and visualize, you know, how many transactions you close, right? What does your bank account balance look like? Where are you traveling to? How does your body feel and how does it look? Who are you with? Who's with you? What kind of car are you driving? What kind of, experiences are you experiencing? What does your business look like? I want you to visualize, use your imagination, rehearse the future, the preview. And I want you guys to do this not only right now with me, but I want you guys to do it before you go to bed, because usually what happens is that we start to review all of the things that didn't work in the day. But I want to challenge you to just visualize everything you want to create, because your focus expands. Whatever you focus on expands. Now, let's breathe as a community together. All we're going to, and this just, you guys are breathing already every single second. But I want you guys to just breathe with me in a sequence, very intentional. Just inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth 6 times. And the last inhale, you're just going to hold it as long as you can, and then you're going to let it go. That's all you need to know for this exercise. So inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And hold. Thank you guys for breathing on that sequence with me. I do this before I hop on this training. I do that breathing exercise before I pick up the phone and I'm going to talk to a seller, a buyer, before I do an open house, before I'm going to knock on a door. I get myself grounded, because one of the superpowers that you have as a salesperson is your presence. If you're present and the other person can feel that you're present and they can feel your energy and they can feel that you're not in your head, then they're going to connect with you and they're going to trust you, and they're going to want to do business with you. So practice this every time you do something. And our goal, you should know your goal too, right? This is our goal as a community: 21,000 families served, $10 billion in volume, and attract 10,000 agents worldwide. Our vision, Let's Grow movement, is to be the leading catalyst for transformation in the real estate industry. We aim to cultivate a global community of highly skilled, innovative, and successful real estate professionals who will not only achieve their own ambitions, but also contribute to raising the industry standards. By harnessing the power of advanced technology, continuous learning, and a network of motivated agents, we strive to create a legacy of empowerment, abundance, and collective success. Through our efforts, we envision shaping a future where every real estate professional has the tools, knowledge, and support needed to thrive in an ever-evolving market and make a positive impact around the world. So that's our vision, right? I encourage you guys also to make a vision statement for yourself, your family, your future, because our words create our world. Now, I'm going to give you guys a market update. This is local, so if you don't see your city in here, no worry about it. I got this data from the MLS, so every single one of you should have access to the MLS. So go on the MLS and find out how many went active in the last 7 days, how many went into escrow, how many closings, what's the average sales price, the days on the market, and also what's the sum total of the transactions that happen in your zip code, your city. This is a market update where I would encourage you guys to do some content, to send it out to your email list. By the way, if you guys are not sending emails to your database, you guys are missing a big chunk of the market. Don't sleep on email. I understand social media is a huge thing on our business, but email is also a big thing. So I would encourage you guys to do a weekly market update with all of your clients in your area. But look at what just happened in 7 days in these 5 counties. $1.3 billion in LA in the last 7 days, $661 million in Orange County, $237 million in San Bernardino, $385 million in Riverside, $582 million in San Diego. If we total out just 5 counties in the last 7 days, that's $3.2 billion in closings, 3,000 properties, and $81 million in commissions paid. So I want you guys to think about this. No matter what's happening, every single week, are you guys seeing a trend? It's about, it's about 3,000 properties. And I'm just, again, keeping track of just 5 counties. And the numbers stay consistent. No matter what is happening with the media, what is happening with interest rates, things are very, very consistent. So the question you should ask yourself, just like every week I ask you guys, how much of this market do you want to participate in? Right? How much of that $1 billion do you want to take for yourself, for your family, for your legacy, for your future? It's your decision. No one else's. No one is stopping you from succeeding. It's only you and what you believe in every single day and what you do, your actions. So now I'm going to share with you guys some brain tattoos. And you guys are seeing like this trend, right? This brain tattoos, because I have a lot of things that I read or somebody says something and I'm like, wow, that's a brain tattoo. I'm going to hold on to that because that shifted my mindset. So this week's brain tattoos is don't wait for permission to be great. Greatness does not require validation, only action. That's what greatness requires. A lot of the people think that their greatness is this innate quality that only certain people have, but it's not. It's all directly connected to your action. You want to be great? Continue to take action. Even if you fail, continue to take action. Failure is simply a result. Keep moving forward. Now, the second brain tattoo, destroy your doubts or they will destroy your dreams. Doubts are the assassins of possibility. Eliminate it before it kills your potential. This is a big one, right? How many of you deal with doubt, right? I know I dealt with doubt in so many different areas of my life, especially when I got into this business. I doubted everything. I doubted my capacity to do business. I doubted my capacity to serve clients at the highest level. I doubted everything. But doubt will destroy your dreams. So make sure that you continue to get yourself educated like you are now, right? Plug into the trainings, and that the confidence will actually align yourself to your dreams. The doubt, which is like the unknown, right, will not get you there. If you don't sacrifice for what you want becomes a sacrifice. Every choice is a trade-off. Make sure you're trading up, not down. So what are you sacrificing? Are you sacrificing some time? And what I like the word sacrifice to mean, it means where are you investing your time? You are going to have to take away sometimes from, the game and hanging out with your friends and, drinking and all this other stuff, right? The things that are not going to contribute to your future, which is why I've been sober here for over 10 years. I noticed that when I would drink, it would take me off my game. And I am committed to being sharp. I'm committed to being a professional every single day. And I don't want anything in my life to take away my energy and my commitment. So what are you going to sacrifice? Like, what are you going to invest? Like, what are you going to focus on? Very big one here. And your future is created by what you do today, not tomorrow, right? This directly speaks to the procrastination mindset. And procrastination, by the way, is a mindset. Tomorrow's always going to be, oh, you know what? Tomorrow I'll do my calls. Tomorrow I'll do my follow-up. Tomorrow I'm going to call that prospect. Tomorrow I'm going to, start the diet, right? What are you telling yourself? Procrastination is a habit, and so is integrity, and so is action. So please stop deferring what you're going to be able to do today to tomorrow, because the thing about tomorrow is that it's when you get to tomorrow, you're going to say tomorrow again, and it becomes a habit. It's a vicious cycle, guys. So make sure you take massive action today, no matter what. Another one, comfort is a cage. Greatness lies beyond the bars, right? I know for a long time, for me, that was one of the things that I was dealing with. I'm like, I want to be comfortable. I don't want to be uncomfortable. I don't want to do things that are going to, make me feel like I don't know what I'm talking. Like, guys, it's beyond all of that stuff, beyond all the inner chatter that you tell yourself. It's beyond all of that. That's where greatness will find you, not inside the comfort cage. Now, you're not going to find it there. Now, the cost of inaction is far greater than the price of failure, because I believe that failure is simply a result. So whatever result you get, now you can look at the result and you can take a new action. So now I'm going to pivot away from the brain tattoos. Those are the brain tattoos that I created for you guys this week. I just want to give you guys some insights, and I'm going to dive into some common objections that I've been getting, and I also researched on ChatGPT. I'll say, what are the most common things that agents are dealing with right now, right? Regarding the post-NAR era. So there's a lot of commission structure confusion, right? Your client might say something like, why should I pay a buyer's agent commission when it's usually covered by the seller, right? That might be something that they say. And this is what you can say. Feel free to borrow this and literally copy it. What I like to call it is ROD, rip off and deploy. If you see something that I'm doing that I'm sharing with you guys, literally take it verbatim, right? This is something you could say. With the new changes, commissions are more transparent. I'm here to ensure you get the best value, and we can discuss how to structure the commission to align with your goals. You see, a lot of the objections that you're going to get, guys, are going to be objections that they're basically questions that you don't have the answer for. So what I want to do is just literally prepare you guys for some of the questions you might get. That way you can answer it like this with confidence. And then from there, you can continue to move forward powerfully. Don't get stuck. If you start stuttering and you don't know how to answer this question, people are going to doubt why they're going to be paying you a commission. Increase of cost for buyers, right? So the client might say something like this. Does this mean I have to pay more to buy a home now? That might be a question you get. The agent, not necessarily. We can negotiate the commission, and I'll work to ensure you get the best possible deal overall, factoring in all the costs, right? And so again, you have to fill in the question with the answer with confidence and then continue to move forward. Another objection, the seller might be reluctant to pay the buyer's agent, right? We're all fearing of that. I'm like, oh, what if I show a property, right? Well, one of the things that you can do to anticipate that is like you want to make sure that your client can't afford to pay your commission and they checked off the box if they don't have the financial means to do so. You want to do that ahead of time, right? Don't show them a property where the seller flat out told you, hey, I'm not paying this, right? Even if you could structure it, I mean, there might be a possibility you might revisit that property if you see it sitting in the market eventually. But if you're super like precise with that, you might want to skip that property and go to the next one. So the client might say, why should I pay for the buyer's agent? Isn't that their responsibility? The agent, which is you, paying for the buyer's agent can still be can be a competitive advantage to attract more buyers, but it's now more flexible. We can tailor the commission structure to what makes more sense for your situation. Right? So this is another way that you can handle that objection. Buyers wanting to avoid paying commissions, right? So client, can we just avoid using a buyer's agent to save on the commissions? They absolutely can, right? They can be our guests, and you could say, you certainly can. But having a skilled agent can actually save you money in the long run by negotiating the best price and handling the complexities of the transaction, right? So this is when you're going to have to articulate your value. By the way, guys, we are working on a full-blown revamped buyer presentation that I will be delivering in the next week for you guys that will cover a lot of these things, because the thing that you have to do in order for you to avoid a lot of the objections is that you have to get ahead of everything. You have to anticipate that you're going to get all of these questions. And if you can successfully address all of these with the professional buyer presentation, then guess what? You're not going to get the majority of these questions. Also, another question is, actually, I think I duplicated this one, so I'm not going to go into that one again. So you guys still with me? Is this valuable for you guys? Please drop it into the chat. I just want to know if this is valuable for you guys. And also, I posed a question while you guys interact. I also posed a question on the chat on WhatsApp, because I wanted to hear what kind of objections you guys are dealing with, because I want to make sure that we articulate these things, because I'm sure if you're dealing with it, a lot of other people are dealing with it as well. So sellers, thank you guys for the feedback. I appreciate you guys. So the seller's concerned about reduced buyer interest, right? So maybe this is a seller's concern, right? Well, what if I don't offer commission, right? Which is definitely going to happen. Well, if your buyers be interested in my property, if they have to pay their agent's commission, yeah, 100%, right? But we're going to say it, it's possible, but we can adjust our pricing strategy or offer incentives to keep your property attractive to potential buyers. So again, right, that is something you do need to address with the seller. I mean, I've actually, interesting enough, have been picking up several different listings. Everybody's thinking about it. Everybody wants to know about it. And again, you have to let them know that this may reduce, right? And not you want to language it in that way with confidence. But if just tell them, put yourself in a buyer's shoes, and let's just say that you are buying this property and you don't have the financial means to pay the compensation. If I am representing you as an agent, I'm going to disclose that to you ahead of the showing. You may not want to take a look at that property because of the situation that you're in. So again, you want to just educate them, let them know the possibilities. That way they can, take action on what they feel is most aligned to them and their goal. So the client might say it's something like this: how will these changes impact the overall real estate market, right? A lot of people are wondering that. Even us might be like, well, how is this going to change everything? The answer is that nobody knows, right? Because we're kind of like our CEO, Leo Pareja, said, we're kind of in the messy middle right now. But there's something you could say. While it's too early to see the full effects, I'm closely monitoring the market and will adapt our strategy to ensure your position to succeed no matter what. This is something you could say, very educated, right, to your customers, because we really don't know. If we start to speculate on what's going to happen, I mean, honestly, the client might say, well, how do you know? Do you have a crystal ball? No, nobody does. Nobody has a crystal ball, not even me. So this is something you want to be authentic, and you want to be transparent, and you want to just, answer it in that way. So resistance to change. So client might say, why are things changing? It seemed to work fine before. I agree. That's what I would want to say. I agree. I totally agree with you, right? But the changes are meant to increase transparency and fairness. I'm here to help you to navigate these changes so you can still achieve your real estate goals effectively, right? So this is something you could say, right? Even though we all agree. I mean, our industry really worked really well, and it's going to continue to work really well for you. You just need to get ahead of it, because I tell everybody this too that I coach. You are 15 objections away from making $1 million. I don't care if you're a lender, an escrow officer, if you're a real estate professional, whatever industry you're in, you are 15 questions away from making $1 million. So wherever you are getting stuck, wherever you see yourself, you know what, I might be stuck in this conversation. I want you guys to actually anticipate and actually role play these scenarios. That way, when somebody asks you, it literally just sounds like it falls out of your mouth. Like this is something so natural for you. You got to practice your skill more than ever right now. So what I want you guys to do also, right? You guys know I'm very passionate about artificial intelligence. So if you guys are not using ChatGPT, you guys should. I came up with a lot of these questions, right, based on the feedback that I was getting, but I also went on ChatGPT and I actually asked it to give me some common objections. One of the other things that you may or may not know is that on ChatGPT, which I'm going to do a little sidebar, this is not even part of it, you can actually upload your buyer's agreement into the chat. So I don't know if you guys knew that or not, but this can give you specialized knowledge, right? So I actually took our buyer representation agreement, right? So again, whatever state you're in, get it into a PDF format and actually upload it into it. And then I just put, hey, summarize this document in detail. Look what it did. The agency disclosure, representation terms, property and location, broker compensation, buyer's obligation, broker duties, cancellation and dispute, legal miscellaneous, right? It literally broke it down in the top 10 points for me. So I don't know if you guys knew that. Did you guys know that you guys can upload PDFs on ChatGPT? Jessica said, so cool. Yeah, that's exactly what I said. I was like, this is freaking awesome. And then I can then go here. Look what I did. Scenario. What if buyer signs agreement and then decides they want to purchase a property shown and they don't have the money to pay for it and they still want the home? I asked it a scenario. Look at what it did for me. It actually gave it to me. Buyer's final obligation, right? It literally broke it down, how the broker compensation works, possible actions, right? So it gave me some possible scenarios, negotiations and alternatives, legal and contractual consequences. And then I even said, what if G2 and box was checked and they don't have the money to pay? Like literally, you can get that specific. Also, full disclosure, go to your broker and confirm all this stuff, okay? I don't want you guys to like just use this, but I want to help you guys, right? If you guys are like at 8 p.m. and you guys are like going through it and you're like, hey, I don't even know the answer to this, run it through here, right? Look at this. It gives it, it's very, very, very detailed. So literally, and then I can even just say something like this, like, right, can you please And I'm very nice to AI, by the way, because can you please give me the top 15 objections buyers may have? And I misspelled here. I'm so grateful for spell check, by the way. So, but check this out. I can do something like this. Look, this is the top 15 objections buyers may have. Price is too high. Monthly payments are too, like, these are like buyers, right? And I'm asking for objections, right? And I told you guys are 15 objections away from making $1 million. So this is how easy you can understand the objections that you may encounter. Yes, Karen, it is mind-blowing, right? This is amazing. If you guys are not using ChatGPT, I'm telling you guys are missing out a big chunk of what is possible. I literally have created a buyer's ebook, a seller's ebook, a commercial ebook that are 20 to 40 pages utilizing this stuff. And yes, I'm going to roll it out to you guys. And yes, I'm going to make it freaking awesome. So just stay tuned for that, because in the next 2 weeks, I'm going to get this over for you guys. But this is why I'm able to crank out so much stuff. By the way, I am going to be doing here, somebody just asked for the question. So this one says, price is too high. Objection, the property is overpriced compared to others in the area. Response, provide a comparative. Okay, so this is a little bit general, right? And I actually went very general. So let me go ahead and let me see here. Can you please give me the top 15 objections buyer may have about the buyer's broker agreement? So now I'm going to make it more specific, because it gave me like the top 15 objections that just buyers may have, right? Look at this. So these are the top 15 objections of somebody to sign your agreement. So let me know if this would be something important for you to understand. 100%, right? Concerned with being locked into an agreement. Everybody doesn't want to be locked into an agreement. Hey, I don't want to be tied to one broker. Explain the agreement can be non-exclusive, allowing to work with other brokers if they choose, highlighting the benefits of a dedicated relationship, such as personalized service and better representation. Unsure about the broker's competence, unclear on compensation obligations, worry about dual agency, fear of hidden fees, preference for working without a broker, concerns about duration of the agreement, uncertainty about their buying timeline, worrying about conflicts with the brokers, concern about brokers' availability. So if I was you, I would cater my buyer's representation, like my buyer's presentation, and address these top 15 questions. If you address these 15 questions in your presentation, guess what's going to happen? You're not going to get most of these objections. Fears of penalties for canceling the agreement, right? So again, hey, by the way, there's no penalties. Just want to make you know that I'm not going to charge you. If you decided to cancel and not buy a property, there's not going to be a fee associated with that. A lot of people don't know that. So again, we're in unknown territory. So misunderstanding of broker involvement, concerns about privacy and sharing financial information, yada, yada, yada. You guys get the message, right? Anything that you guys have as a question, I want you to literally pretend that this has the IQ of Einstein, which it does, and it can answer all your questions. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the presentation. I just went off on tangent. I was not planning on doing that. Let me go back. So now, hopefully that was helpful for you guys. Yes, I love artificial intelligence, and I use it to my advantage. Okay. So now, I got a question over the weekend about this. Does the NAR settlement apply to leases? And the answer is no, it doesn't. But if you guys want to get paid, you should have some sort of agreement, because the commission field, even for leases, is eliminated from the MLS. So take a screenshot of this. This actually gives you a quick guide on how to manage leases and rentals, right? So for those of you, this may not apply. You guys might not be working with leases or rentals, but if you are, this is a commonly asked questions. And then there's a specific form that is the TRBC. So tenant agent can use this new form, right, to represent and get your commission because it's no longer on the MLS. Did everybody get this? Did everybody screenshot this? Yes? Yes? Okay, cool. Awesome. Also, something else. There's this website, this section is called Smartzone by the California Association of Realtors. So again, if you're in a different association, I apologize. Find your website and find this section. But there's new forms and business practices and resources. Scan this QR code because this website I found that had a tremendous amount of information for you guys. So please point your phone at the camera or at the screen and then scan that QR code. Very, very helpful. It's called Smartzone. Okay. All right. Awesome. Now I'm going to move on. Okay. The conversation, right? I want you guys to dominate the shift. And there's a couple of things. I want to keep things very simple for you guys to how you guys are going to dominate the shift, right? I gave you guys a lot of context on things that you're going to run into. But this is what it boils down to today, tomorrow, and every single day. Most people don't pay attention and don't track their numbers. And you got to measure these 4 things daily. And if you're being honest, are you guys actually doing this? Are you measuring how many conversations you're having, how many appointments you're setting, how many contracts you're signing, and how many closings you've had? And I want you to measure this daily, right? Contracts and closings are probably going to have zeros every day, but guess what happens? Guess what happens when you start to measure? You start to feel uncomfortable because you don't like, I mean, at least I'm very performance-based, guys. Like when I see zeros anywhere, I'm like, no. I need to like put a point on the board, right? So you need to measure these things daily. Hi, Miss Sierra. Thank you. Yep. You need to do this daily. Do it every single day because there is a direct reflection and correlation to when you start to measure, you start to do better. I've found that out in my life. Like, wouldn't you guys agree that if you wanted to lose weight, you would probably want to, go on a scale and figure out what your weight is on a weekly basis so you can measure and see how you're doing. I know I do this. I mean, I do this every day actually. And I'm thrown off. Sometimes I'm like, how am I 3 pounds heavier today? Like what the hell happened? Right? So I don't encourage you guys to do it daily, maybe for the weight, maybe once a week, but you guys get the point. If you guys measure, you guys are going to be able to know your score. And I'm going to ask you guys a quick question before I move on to the next slide. But I want you guys to pretend you guys were watching basketball, soccer, baseball, whatever sport you want or whatever sport you're into. If you were watching that sport and you saw both of the teams playing on the field, would you continue to watch that game if there was no score? If nobody was keeping score? I want you guys to answer that question here in the chat. And this is where I'm asking for engagement. Would you watch the game if nobody was keeping score and you just saw a bunch of people running around? You just saw a bunch of people running around, throwing the ball, right? Swinging the bat, but nobody's keeping score. Would you guys continue to watch the game? Right? I love these answers. Yeah, no, it would be so boring. You would be confused. So guess what? If you are bored and if you're confusing your business, it might be because you're not keeping score. I want you to keep score every single day. This is so important. But yet so many people still don't do it. So I want you guys to keep your score. Now, I want you to lean in to trainings, events, personal development, your daily routine, your habits. I actually dropped a video over the weekend because I wanted you guys to actually plan your entire week. That should be part of your habits, right? I plan my week every single Sunday. I get prepared for today and every day during the week on Sunday. I know what I'm doing Monday through Friday every single day because I plan it, right? Lean into trainings. This week, if you guys saw it, I beefed up trainings. We got like 17 hours of training this week. A lot of trainings. So lean into the trainings, events, plug into all of the events that you possibly can. Go network, go learn. One idea could change everything for your business, and one idea will change everything for your business. Personal development. This is a non-negotiable like no matter what. But right now, more than ever, personal development is non-negotiable because we're dealing with change. We're dealing with a lot of change. We're taking left hooks and right hooks from every direction right now. So personal development, if it's not part of your daily routine, it has to be. And I can tell you what you're going to do this year by the habits that you incorporate every single day. So what are your habits? One of the habits could be measuring. Hint, hint. This definitely should be one of your habits. And another thing, structure equals freedom. And let's be honest, okay? Because I used to feel a certain way about structure in the past. Does everybody agree with this statement or not? And be honest, because I know I didn't. I didn't associate structure with freedom in the past. I'm going to be honest, okay? But I really believe that structure equals freedom. Do you guys agree with that? Disagree with that? I want to hear from you guys on the chat. Does structure equal freedom for you? Mr. Yoni, Miss Maddie, yes, yes, yep. David Reel said, yep, hell yeah, agree, awesome. Okay. For me, Tammy says very true. For me, structure seemed to be very restrictive at one point. Structure was kind of counterintuitive of why I even got into the business of real estate. I wanted to get into real estate because I wanted no structure. I didn't want nobody to tell me what to do, right? I didn't. I was like, are you kidding me? I got to measure everything. One of my biggest mentors, he's like, you got to measure your every 5 minutes. Every 5 minutes, you should be knowing what you're doing. And I was like, are you insane? I got into the business to like not do this stuff. I want to do whatever I want. So again, for a long time, structure for me seemed very restrictive. Structure seemed like it was taking away my freedom. But the thing is that once you actually embrace structure, and I want you guys to just test it out. Test it out, right? Don't believe anything I say. I want you to actually test it out for yourself. I really, in my bones, in my heart, and my soul, structure equals freedom. And I believe that. Why? Because I feel like I'm ahead of the game. I already know what I'm doing, right? And if I was you, right, I want you guys to think about this. And I want you guys to answer truthfully. Does feeling ahead make you feel good, or does feeling behind make you feel good? Does feeling ahead make you feel good, or does feeling behind make you feel good? Maddie said ahead. I appreciate your participation. Does feeling ahead make you feel good, or does feeling behind? Yes, ahead makes you feel way better. And feeling ahead starts with structure. I feel ahead, guys. I feel way ahead. Like I know that on Saturday at 9:30, I'm getting my hair cut. I know that 6:30 a.m., all my cars are being washed on Saturday. I know that at 10 o'clock, I'm here. I know the train, like I know all of this stuff. I know the day, our date night, 7 p.m., Wednesdays. I know this because I feel ahead. So once you start to embrace structure, you will feel the freedom that you truly desire. Because I no longer have to think. I no longer have to think of like, what am I going to do next? And guess what, guys? I'm gonna drop a truth bomb. You just might be addicted to anxiety. Oh, I got to get these things done. I got to get this done. I got to get this done. And you think that that's productive, and it's not. I know I did. I felt like I was like, like, oh my God, I'm chasing this stuff. And I'm like, I feel, and I was just running in place, guys. I wasn't creating. That energy might not be serving you. I'm just saying. And last thing that I want to share with you guys on how, and I got a couple of other announcements, but remember this. This is a numbers game. Tattoo that in your brain. This is a numbers game. Okay? Is every single client that you talk to going to do business with you? No. Do you want to work with every single buyer or seller that you talk to? Probably not. So remember that this is a numbers game. You need to have more conversations. You don't have a problem in your business. The problem is that you're not having enough conversations. That's it. Maddie put laugh out loud. Yes, exactly. I know what you mean. Yes, we don't want to work with everybody. So find your people. How are you going to stay connected? Guys, make sure that you're on this WhatsApp group. If you're not on this WhatsApp group, you're missing out. I got 330 people in here posting about, off-market stuff, posting about vendors. We're posting all the updates. And again, if you want to stay connected to everything that is happening, make sure you're part of this group. And workplace. I talked about this last week. Repetition is the mother of skill, though. I got to repeat these things. You need to have workplace on your cell phone. If you don't have workplace on your cell phone, you are missing a gigantic opportunity. One of those opportunities are referrals. There's 90,000 agents in this company, and you better believe that they're always looking for referral partners everywhere. And if I was you, I would go to Workplace and add myself to every single referral group and make myself visible and active and make that part of my daily routine. I'm going to go and log in on Workplace in the morning, and I'm going to go to Workplace at lunch and before I end the day. Please do yourselves a favor, because most of the questions that you guys ask, you guys can find on Workplace. And for everybody that asks me about the trainings all the time, hey, where are all the trainings hosted? EXP has an immense library, probably the biggest library of trainings I've ever seen. And you can find them on the YouTube channel. Subscribe to it. That way you can keep yourself up to date. Okay. What I did this week, look at all the trainings, guys. This is like 16, 17 hours. I broke it down to you guys very specifically. I put it in the group chat for you guys. But look, we had a level up class this morning on cloning yourself with ChatGPT. Mr. Mo Rosales out of Bakersfield, California, which crushes 100 transactions with his wife. He does a great job of keeping us up to date with skills mastery, 8:30 Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, every day, right? Also, for those of you that are, here, you guys should have access to KV Core. And I'm pretty sure a lot of you are not using it, but I have 2 trainings on KV Core this week. Okay. So plug into the trainings Tuesday. And we have another one, I think on Friday. Content Creators Mastermind at 11 o'clock on Thursday. So guys, just take a screenshot. And yes, I did email this already. Yes, I sent you a text message. Yes, we posted it on WhatsApp already. All of it. Now, we just had a mastermind with Seth Ziegler that happened. Winter Circle Wednesday at 10 o'clock. That we're going to make an announcement on what we're going to be talking about then on Wednesday. Skills Mastery. We just talked about that. For those of you that are near Los Angeles that want to come and party with us, Friday, August 30th from 6 to 8 p.m., we're going to have a jazz night. Okay. So for those of you that want to come and celebrate with us, please come and celebrate with us. And if you want to incorporate commercial in your business, I'm actually hosting an amazing event in the city of Fullerton with Mr. Rob Ross, Louis Guevara, Louis Chavez, Galen Chavez, and also Kevin. We're going to be talking about how to tap in $2.9 trillion of opportunity. Commercial. And no, you don't need to be a commercial expert. No, you don't need to know the 90% of it. But I want you guys to be able to articulate the questions to your database. That way you can add this to your business. There's a tremendous amount of business. This is August 29th, live in Fullerton. And for those of you that may have not gotten my email, that may have not gotten my text, or may have not gotten the WhatsApp, scan the QR code, because everything is in there in the newsletter. Everything is in there. Scan that QR code. All of the trainings for the week, everything is loaded up in there. So I'll give you guys a second to do that. All right. So I just want to say, last thing I want to say, thank you guys for listening to me. Thank you guys so much for listening to yourself and being a professional and being a dedicated professional and showing up and plugging in. I want to acknowledge you for all the work that you're doing. And I want to acknowledge you for all the storms that you're battling that nobody else knows about. I know how difficult it can be, but you got this. I believe in you. I believe in all of you. I know you got this. And no matter what, please do not suffer in silence. If you guys have questions and you guys are going through something, please reach out. Doesn't have to be me. Just reach out to somebody. There's plenty of help, plenty of resources. And I guarantee you, there's not a single problem that you're facing that we in this community either don't have a solution, a training, or somebody that can help you with whatever you're dealing with. Okay? So that's the last thing I want to leave you with. Thank you guys so much for listening. The recording will be sent out to you guys after this training, and we're going to be uploading it onto YouTube, and we'll send it out to you via text. And God bless each and every single one of you.
Leo, don't forget Toastmasters in the house.
Toastmasters, let's get it. Hey, send me over the information, please. That way I can add it to my training lineup.
I got 2 agents that picked up the information from your meetings, and they're joining us from different offices. They joined us the first week, and they joined us last week. They heard it.
That's what I'm talking about.
They heard it in your podcast, so you got credit for that.
Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. If you could send me over the flyer, I'll make sure to include it in my presentation, and I'll send you more people, because I really believe that you should beef up your presentation skills, your speaking skills more than ever right now. Toastmasters is a great way to do it. They're doing it live in Redlands, but if you're not obviously near Redlands, Toastmasters is a nationwide platform. You could log in from anywhere. Plug into Toastmasters. All right, guys.
Thank you, Leo. Thank you for that.
Thank you, guys. God bless. Have an amazing rest of your day.